Clark in the corner. Oh, he didn't need to do that. Bagase for the lead. He got it. Furman leads. Ooh. Welcome into the PHNX Daily Bet Show, brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. I'm Shane Diefenbach, joined as always by Johnny Venerable. How are you feeling, Johnny?
Congratulations, the Sun Devils advanced. They move on to the field of 64.
I'm over the Sun Devils. I'm a Dins fan. I'm a Paladins fan.
All right, I try to compliment you.
No, I appreciate you.
Didn't we both say, though, or at least I said, that you weren't going to have to sweat that out last night? That was going to be a dominant victory. Nevada, huge frauds. How dangerous is ASU right now? Give me your unbiased, subjective opinion. How dangerous are they?
If they shoot 60% from the field, they can beat literally anybody in the round of 64. Like, genuinely. Like, a team shooting 60% from the field is disgusting. Like, it is what it is. But you know what else is disgusting? JP Pegas hitting a 3 to take the lead over Virginia with 2.2 seconds to go. And cashing Paladins +6. Bang.
Howard sniffing around. Hey, +22. They're only down 13. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. We got a bunch of games tipping off soon. Obviously, there's some going on right now still. Utah State down 4 to Missouri, about to start the second half. Howard down 13 at half. And then the darlings of the tournament, Charleston, are going to tip off in about 10 minutes here.
Why are they the darlings of the tournament? Can you explain that to me?
Because they're 31-3.
Right.
And they're like one of the best 3-point shooting teams of all time. So everybody loves them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. As I explained the other day, it's like when your favorite indie band blows up and you're like, brother, you weren't listening to them like back when they made their first album.
You taking a lot of Charleston basketball this year?
Yeah, I've been watching a ton. They were one of the last undefeated teams in the country.
I don't doubt that, because I watched this man gamble midair on a flight to Indianapolis on the most obscure
on Howard when they were point shaving. By the way, they were point shaving.
They will stick by will that come back to haunt them? We don't know.
Do we have? Oh yeah, we have our picks from yesterday. Why don't we go ahead and throw up, Johnny? Why don't you throw up your picks from yesterday?
Well, listen. I said tease up ASU. I felt really good about that. That did hit. Man, that was a fantastic outing by the Sun Devils. Do you think about how they ended the season to now? Really good stuff. Not great on the over-under. I did not expect Arizona State to score just shy of 100 points.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out. And then I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea if Texas Southern won.
Texas Southern got their shit pumped, Johnny.
Yeah,
they got destroyed.
That's unfortunate. Mizzou money line.
Here for today. These are the ones that are happening now.
Mizzou's currently up by 3 at the start of the second half. West Virginia shit the bed. We're not going to talk about them. Huggins is out. I think that was one of the most significant, even though they were a slight favorite, significant upsets because nobody expected them. Even though they were the lower seed, Maryland's kind of fraudulent. I'm not buying into
Maryland's just from the Big Ten. That's all.
Yeah, and then Howard's currently only trailing by 13, so I feel pretty good about that. But
you're not on pace to cover, though.
No, well
at least they're not down by more. I don't know how I did yesterday. I know
what
I
is
had
that
ASU too. Oh no. Yeah, no. Took Texas Southern, West Virginia, not working. Did I have anything else for today? Furman! Go Dins. That's their new thing I just created. And then Alabama -24. I actually like Alabama -14 first half. I locked that puppy in this morning, so I'm taking that. And then Mizzou money line, as I said, they're currently leading. Utah State is a team that should not have been favored in this game. It makes no sense to me. They can get hot. Mizzou's the better team, and Mizzou can be a tough matchup for the Wildcats come round 2, but I don't think. Hey, can you listen to me, Saul? Can you just could be a tough matchup come round 2, but I don't think they're going to have a problem with them. You're welcome. Goodness gracious. Come on.
The kid from Furman, Slauson, Jalen Slauson's like 6'7", good at basketball. He's a good player. Are they going to be a problem for somebody in the next round? Also, how fraudulent is Virginia basketball?
Virginia basketball sandwiched a loss to a 16 seed and a loss to a 13 seed with the national championship. It makes no goddamn sense. I love Tony Bennett so much, but it's mental. It's a mental thing at this point. And they run into hot teams. Like, yeah, I mean, Furman is dangerous as hell. They're a 3-point shooting machine. Any 3-point shooting machine is dangerous as hell. We saw that with St. Peter's. Like they're just scary. Any team that can get hot, like your Sun Devils, are scary in the tournament. But I might be more afraid of Furman at this point than ASU if I'm a team looking at.
Yeah, I mean you're playing with house money now. But so is ASU. Do you buy what Bill Brock said on PHNX Cardinals yesterday?
Yeah. So. No, because they're in the tournament. It counts as historically. It counts as their record. They are in the tournament. If you look back on how many tournament appearances they have, those count as being in the tournament. I get what he's saying. You're not officially in the round of 64, and that's fine if you believe that.
But they've expanded it. It's just like MLB playoffs have expanded. The NFL playoffs have expanded.
Yeah, I'll go ask him if a Cardinals 7th seed counts in 2027 when they finally make the playoffs again. Let's go ahead and get into the rest of the field today. Starting off with our first game that hasn't tipped yet, Alabama against Alabama or Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Do we like anything in that game, John?
No, I like the under 154.5. The way they have it set up on DraftKings, it looks like Charleston, San Diego State's going to tip off first, but you're right. 12-15 tip for Alabama, who I had winning the entire tournament. 24.5. I don't think I would touch that. I would go Corpus Christi plus 24.5, and I would take the under 154.5 in that game.
Drop your favorite bets in the chat. We'll get to some of those, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. I like Alabama first half, and as I said, I like Alabama full game minus 24.5. I liked them better at 23.5. I think you can get first half at 14 still. 14. I still like that. So big fan of that. You can also get a bunch of other things. I don't know if you can still get them. You can probably get them in between rounds. Futures.
While you're looking up that, can we talk about Arizona Princeton for a second?
We're going to go down the line and get there. Okay. So you can still get teams to reach the Sweet 16 and all that on the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Alabama to reach the Sweet 16 is minus 340. There's no value in that, but you could have gotten Furman with some value. I wonder if you can get them still on anything. Probably not because they don't have their matchup yet. Yeah, no, not yet. But I mean, this is what college basketball is all about. So special, so fun, and so much more fun when you bet on it on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, where new customers can sign up using that promo code PHNX right now. And when they do, you can bet just $5 on anything and get $200 in free bets instantly. So download it today. Use that promo code PHNX and smash some fun ones. I woke up this morning and got some more bets in. If your bracket isn't working, like I'm sure a lot of you guys are, Saul had them to go to Virginia, go to the Sweet 16. Max, where'd you have Virginia going?
Going all the way in one of mine.
And Max said he had him going all the way to the Final Four, maybe even the championship in one of his. So, yeah. Don't be him, but you can bet on every single game, which I have done so far. I think I have money out on every single game today.
Yeah.
And it's just so much more fun. So yeah, $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only DraftKings Sportsbook app with code PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. John, you talked about it. Charleston.
I go back and forth. I think Arizona's going to cover.
No. We're not there yet. We're talking about Charleston.
Okay, Charleston, San Diego State. I would probably take San Diego State over your precious. I don't even know what the mascot is for Charleston. San Diego State minus 5.5.
Tommy Lacken.
Well, and then I'm fine
Cougars.
to take the over.
The Cougars.
The Cougars minus 5.5. San Diego State, but take the over at 141.5. Both these teams score a lot of points, so yeah. I don't have anything objectively just nice to say about Charleston.
Charleston's the best 3-point shooting team in the country.
Okay.
Charleston plus 200.
While we were on this show together just now.
Inject it. Charleston plus 200. Inject it.
Let's talk about Arizona Princeton for a second.
Johnny, we're going in chronological order.
If we keep going at this pace, this show is going to bump up to Cardinals at 4 p.m.
That's okay. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Illinois, Arkansas. Johnny, what do you got here?
I grew up 45 minutes out of Champaign. It pains me to say this. Illinois is now a football school, not a basketball school. They're going to lose this game. Tease it up. They were one of the least impressive teams toward the end of the season. They lost in the first round of the fraudulent Big Ten tournament. I'm all in on the SEC schools in the NCAA tournament. Give me Arkansas -2, and give me the under at 144.
Yeah, I love Arkansas -2. All aboard the Must Bus. If they weren't playing Kansas in the second round, if they won, I would be picking them to go to the Sweet 16. But even with Bill Self's health in question and all the stuff surrounding the program, I still like Kansas to win that next game. If they do end up playing them, who knows? Madness is madness. Auburn and Iowa. This game is in Alabama, so Auburn technically has home court advantage. They are favorites at -1.5. Which way are you going in this game?
Yeah, it's a bloodbath. Tease this up too. Iowa, one of the most fraudulent teams in the country. We talk about that Big Ten bias. You know how many losses Iowa had on the season? I think they had, 13, 14. They finished 5th in the Big Ten. I'm not buying them at all. I think, again, I picked Maryland to lose, but they were right in that same category. I think Auburn way more athletic. This is a senior-heavy team for Iowa, but look at the last 2 games of the regular season, losing to Nebraska, then Ohio State. Give me the Auburn Tigers all the way.
Iowa, one of the worst defensive teams in the country. I believe they're bottom 10%. That scares me a little bit. I don't know where I'm going with this game. I think I'm just going to lean under at 151. I know the defense isn't there, but that's a high number, and it's a middle of the day game on the first day of the tournament. I think they're going to be cold. I'm not going to touch either way. 1.5. I'm just going to take the under at 151.
I like it.
Oral Roberts and Duke tipping off at 4 p.m. Are we going to see another Sweet 16 run from Oral Roberts?
No, but I do like them at +6. Duke, how many times has Duke had first-round matchups that have gone right down to the wire? Plus, no Krzyzewski anymore in the tournament. They're an irrelevant team this year. I think they're going to win this game, so you can get them just the money line at -265, but I like Oral Roberts to at least cover +6. I think it'll be a one-possession game.
Duke's going to dominate this game.
Okay.
Duke is going to dominate. I got Duke in my Final Four in a couple brackets. They've won 7 straight. They're a good basketball team. Give me Duke -6. They figured it out. It's like those Kentucky teams with Calipari where they're all freshmen. They're like, I don't know what to do with my hands. My hands are too big. And then by the end of the year, they're like throwing lobs off the backboard to each other, and they're a 6 seed, and they make the tournament they make the championship against UConn. You're like, how'd they get here? It's like that.
I think they're going to win. It's a lot.
Colgate, Texas, 13-point spread.
Yeah, I only had Colgate to brush my teeth, not to win first round of the NCAA tournament. So Texas, way more athletic, 26-8 on the season. I've got Texas in my Final Four, so I'd be foolish not to pick them. I think they're going to cover at -13. Hammer it on the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Is Texas one of the best? I don't want to say that because it is Texas. I was thinking this the other year, 2 years ago when they lost to Abilene Christian in the first round. That was tragic. They're a 4 seed.
That's not happening anymore.
Yeah. I really like this Texas team. They have they just play basketball very hard. But they're going to run into Iowa State, and the Big 12 competitors. Iowa State beat them earlier in the season. Texas got the better of them later in the season. But if I'm talking this game specifically, I think Texas should roll 13 points. It's I don't think that's enough in a 2-15 matchup where genuinely this is probably the best 2 seed. Yeah. All right, Boise State, Northwestern. Is Northwestern a real school, John?
No, this is only their second time making the NCAA tournament. It's only the Big Ten bias on full display. Northwestern losing, I think, 4-5 to end the year, and they still got in and got a pretty nice seed as a 7th seed. Give me Boise State to cover +1.5. You want to take their money line right now? I like it +105. I think that number could go down as we go closer to tip-off. I'm not buying Northwestern. Again, I had a strategy. I'm fully objective. I'm phasing all of the Big Ten teams. I'm already 0 for 1 as of the evidence this morning, but I don't think Northwestern's going to win. I think Boise State. Listen, the conference they played in was not better, but I think they were just playing better basketball at the end of the year. They beat a solid UNLV team. They beat the aforementioned San Diego State at home 66-60. So I like them to upset Northwestern today.
You know what I did on the DraftKings Sportsbook app this morning? I found a special that they had for Big Ten teams over under wins at 7.5, and I smashed that under. So I'm hoping they don't get another win for a little bit. But I'm staying away from this Boise State Northwestern game. I don't know a lot about it. But you know what I do know about? Something fun that's happening tonight, and Saul's going to tell you about it right now.
Oh, let's go, guys. How we doing?
What's up?
So as you all know, takeover tonight, Orlando Magic versus the Phoenix Suns. We're going to the Desmond to hang out, have some drinks, have some food. It's been sold out for a month. maybe a month and a half. Well, guess what, guys? You got another opportunity. This time,
Yeah.
lower level seats.
Wow.
Woo!
We are dropping
Wow.
this tomorrow at noon for everybody to have a chance to buy some tickets. And guess what? It's April 6th against the Denver Nuggets. I was trying to be as cordial as possible when saying that. And it's April 6th, which means who's going to be back probably?
Kevin Durant.
KD.
There we go, baby. So it could be
Jamal Murray, maybe?
your first opportunity.
Maybe Jamal Murray will play?
Maybe Jamal Murray will play too. I don't know. But it will be a lower level ticket. You will also get this sick Valley Sicko shirt as well. So drinks, food, KD, Nuggies, shirt. What more could you ask for? Tomorrow at noon is when it drops. First come, first serve. Guys, we only have 20 tickets available, so you got to get yours ASAP.
That is almost as much value as Furman's money line this morning. Genuinely, that is almost as much value, if not more.
I feel like we're coming up into like elite event season, and all of our events at PHNX are elite. But we've got the takeovers, we've got our draft party coming up for the NFL draft. Have you guys checked out, by the way, those in the chat, our watch-alongs? Last night we had the ASU Sun Devil watch-along, the playing game. We've had some watch-alongs. We're definitely going to do that for the NFL season. So
yeah, if you want like more of a calm watch-along, watch ours. Last night we were very relaxed and mellow, kind of leaning back, never yelling. We'll have another one tomorrow. Make sure to watch that. Time of tip is 7:10, I believe. You have something to say, Jacob?
I do. Johnny said he was afraid of the Alabama minus 24.5. 2 minutes into the game, they're up 8-0. Just
Alabama minus 14. What did I say?
They have the best. Listen, I have them winning it all. They have the best player in the tournament. That's a lot of points, but okay.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's 8-0.
They can't all be winners, folks.
Well, it's not over yet. They can go on an 8-0 run themselves. Let's talk about my favorite sleeper today. Actually, no, second favorite sleeper today. My other one, they're both actually. This one's never mind. This is my second favorite sleeper, and they're a 16 seed. I was gonna say they're both 15 seeds, but this is a 16 seed.
Okay.
The Northern Kentucky Norse plus 1,400 money line against Houston. Houston,
I don't hate that.
Hasn't played anybody. I mean, they played a couple teams, but nobody real.
You know how I feel about frauds. We get to this time of year in both football and basketball. You play a real conference, you play a real schedule. Houston didn't, and everybody loves Houston. I get that. They've got athletes all over the place. But I'm with Shano. Plus 1,400. Throw a 5-spot on that on the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Throw a 5-spot on that. I mean, their mascot's the Norse. They're in the Horizon League, which is a wagon, which you know who else was in the Horizon League? Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne. Like, just an absolute wagon of a league. They got Houston. They got the Cougars today. And if I'm Marcus Warwick, I'm not afraid of no Cougars. Scoring 19.1 points a game, shooting the ball at a 39% clip from the three-point line. Dogs. Love it. Give me the Norse. I'll definitely sprinkle on the money line, definitely throw a 5-spot, but I really like 18.5. I think they compete. All right, next one. The Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette against Tennessee. That spread is 11. Are we believing anything about the Raging Cajuns, John?
We are not. No.
Yeah.
Tease it. You can tease it up. 14-15 on DraftKings. Tennessee, way more athletic, way better shooting from the perimeter. I like the under in that game as well, 135.5 at minus 110.
Love it. Yeah, I'm the same boat. I like the minus 11. Penn State, A&M, 7-10 matchup. Penn State the 10, A&M the 7. I like A&M a lot. 2.5 feels a little disrespectful.
Yeah. Again, how many times are we going to say it on the show? The Big Ten bias is in full effect. Wade Taylor's a really good player. And I think he averaged like 17, 18 points per game this year in the SEC. So I think this game will be competitive. And so it wouldn't be surprising to see Penn State keep it close, one possession game late in the second half. I would only be tempted to take Texas A&M's money line at minus 150. I don't, 2.5 points is whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right, let's start running through the rest of these. UNC Asheville, UCLA. This is my favorite upset of the day. UCLA, a team that, kind of, they're hurt. No Jalen Clark, the best defender in the country, arguably. I don't know the status on Bona yet. I'm sure he's fine and he's good to go, but might be questionable. Plus 1,200 money line. This is definitely worth sniffing around at. UNC Asheville shoots the 3-ball well. They're a pretty dangerous 15 seed. Give me their money line. I'm taking. I'm throwing a half a unit on that.
Here's what I will say: if you're if you're buying what Shane is selling, there's much more value in just taking them outright at plus 1,200 than whatever the 17.5 point spread is. I don't think UCLA covers that. So whatever, but I'm with you. I think they're vulnerable. They look vulnerable in the Pac-12 title game. And I think that this could be a snowball effect for them. Wouldn't it be something if ASU advanced further than UCLA? It'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it would. All right, let's talk about the game that everyone's been waiting to talk about, including Johnny. Tips off in about 50 minutes. Arizona, Princeton, spreads 15. Over-under is currently set at 153. Do the Cats roll?
I don't think they roll. I think Princeton covers. I think it'll be within 15. I do like the over in this game. Princeton was playing with a little bit of house money at the end of the season. Won a couple games on a buzzer beater. They did finish first in the Ivy League, if you've ever heard of it. And I do think Arizona, off that big emotional win in the Pac-12 tournament, I think they could potentially have a little bit of a lull game. I think they'll play better as the tournament goes on. I think you could see their second, third round matchups, assuming they get there, be more boastful in terms of the amount of points that they score. So I do like Princeton plus 14.5 and minus 110 on DraftKings.
Yeah, I disagree. I think UofA just stomps all over Princeton.
Okay,
this is a statement game. They're getting disrespected. They have a veteran roster. I don't know if they have what it takes to win the whole thing this year, like last year, because I thought they had a roster that could win the whole thing last year. But I think they're good enough to cover this pretty easily. I think they win by 20 plus. Alabama only up by 5.
There you go.
Here we go.
All right.
9-4.
What do you make of, before we go, what do you make of the initial line for tomorrow's matchup? We're going to talk about it on our show tomorrow.
Yeah.
TCU minus 5.5 against your precious Sun Devils. How do you feel about that? That line could change between tomorrow and today.
It opened at 4.5 last night. It's been bet up to 5.5. This team can lose by 20 or win by 20 on any given night. I mean, that's just how the Sun Devils play. I think they're locked in, and I'm glad they played. If they win this game, they would play 3 games in 6 days or 5 days. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. So, yeah, I like ASU money line until proven otherwise. So basically, ASU money line until they lose.
I'll ride it with you right now. Plus 200 on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. We'll preview it tomorrow. But man, it's hard to go against them right now. With that performance last night, said, hey, we deserve to be here, and we're not planning on going home anytime soon.
A couple picks I'm going to give out before we get out of here. USC money line, they tip at 9:15 tomorrow morning, plus 110 since we won't be live before that. Xavier minus 12.5 against Kennesaw State. The Gauchos of UCSB plus 10.5 against Baylor. VCU money line at plus 160 against the Gales of St. Mary's. And Marquette minus 10.5. We'll be here tomorrow, though, previewing everything. March Madness, day 2, round 1. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, man. It's going to be
proud of you.
Really fun.
I am proud of you.
You're proud of me?
Job. Nice job. I'm proud of you.
Nice. I'm proud of you. Also, the takeover, he talked about it. Tickets drop tomorrow at noon. Make sure to sign up for that. The tickets sold out real fast for this one. Lower level seats this time. KD's going to be playing. It's the Denver Nuggets. We hate them. Come on.
We do hate them.
Tap in. We'll be back tomorrow, though. You can follow me on Twitter at Shane Deef. You can follow Johnny on Twitter at Johnny Venerable. You can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_bets. Follow PHNX _sports across all socials, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Go watch the shit show, Fremont Street 2. Just dropped on our PHNX
on my
Sports
Twitter. I retweeted
Twitter.
it.
Yeah, on Johnny's Twitter. Go ahead and check out Johnny's Twitter. But until tomorrow, peace, love, and Furman for the lead!